Things are not going well, you guys.
Good morning. Up early. The work week sucks, and I am not ready to start heading back east because that means that my schedule changes. And right now I'm working East Coast hours on the West Coast, and it feels like a cheat code because I'm waking up at 4:30, getting to work at 5, and then getting off by 1:30, and that will slowly start changing. And I'm not stoked about it because I really, really like getting off at 1:30. But we're up early, we're gonna make some coffee, and we noticed that we had a broken glass, so it's also a disaster in here because we had to move everything out of the cabinet that we had a broken glass in to make sure we got all the pieces and shards of glass.
I was going to make us some coffee and breakfast, reached in, realized one of our glasses broke, so now I had to take everything out of the cabinet to clean the broken glass that was everywhere, and then I felt inspired to reorganize, so that's what's going on now.
In typical bus fashion, broken stuff, but you make do. It's gonna be a good day. And then we're gonna get on the road and head to Tucson today. It's gonna be a pretty heavy drive. I'm excited for Daniella to take charge of some of the driving, and I'm gonna lay back. Passenger Prince, welcome to day 2 of traveling to Austin.
If you do bus or van life, one thing I would think most people say is essential is this liner mat stuff. It's just great. We put it in all of our cabinets to stop our dishware from rolling around in there while we're moving and just give it a little grip to hold on to. But ours was really gross and white, so I got a different color that hopefully will get less dirty. Yeah, they have this or gray.
It's
and the
also
gray was
like
ugly.
It's pretty durable stuff too.
It is.
And it
It's
comes
like
out
foam.
and it's washable. But the white, as you can tell, gets pretty dirty. So
The last time we did this, we cut a bunch of different size strips, so now I just want to do one big one that will sit at the bottom. All of our cabinets in the kitchen are pretty hard to organize because we never built drawers and they're so deep and wide, and so it's just like really hard to access everything that's in them. So continuously a struggle, especially this top one. I bought a couple new Tupperwares and we'll see how that works today. So I bought these with the intention of plates and bowls, and in theory they're great, except nothing fits out of the hole. And you can't stack two and still be able to get something out the top. We are headed out, day 2 of driving. I think it's going to be about a 5-ish plus hour drive. We're trying to get from Calexico, California to Tucson today, and I'll be driving to give Jalen a little break since he drove all of Baja exclusively, and I'm a little nervous. I'm always a bit nervous behind the wheel of this big vehicle, especially when I'm out of practice. So yeah, that's it. Let's get going. 5 hours.
more like 7.
Everything takes so much longer in the bus, and we just had a long work day. I'm so proud of you to stay out now.
She says, well, you got me an air conditioner.
Still got an hour and a half left, but we pulled over just to check all our fluids because we think we're smelling coolant, which is something we've dealt with before, so we know the smell. And Jalen's gonna check all that while I chill for a little bit, take a little break, and then hit the road again. It's probably gonna take us at least 2 more hours if it says an hour and a half. Long day, and it is so toasty outside. Let's crank this AC on.
Oh my god.
Best upgrade yet. Definitely dripping coolant is the conclusion.
I think it's the same hose, but a different spot on the hose. We're very far from any kind of auto repair place where we can get a hose. I'm just gonna see if we can suture it with some like electrical tape or something.
But I thought you can't find the hole.
Well, I haven't found it yet.
Okay, but you will.
Hopefully. Or else we're not going anywhere. In any case, it doesn't matter what it is. It's still gonna. We have to wait for the engine to cool down completely, so it's gonna be like at least an hour before we can even really get in there. That's right. Let's see if I can pull it over a little right there. I think our best bet is to dry it off as much as possible, and then try to find some kind of
tape.
Yeah, some kind of like electrical tape or something that's somewhat waterproof. Even like flex tape would be great. But the wire itself is dry rotted. It's been dry rotted for a long time. We knew that, but we just kept clipping the ends off because it was only breaking on the end where it actually meets.
Like right here.
Yeah.
So we just snip it and pull it over more.
Yeah. So once we get to Austin, this is a cable we're gonna have, or a hose we're gonna like actually have to replace. But I think in its current state, we can dry it off and get us to Austin.
Got a couple snacks. Jalen got me a SpongeBob pop while we cool off and wait for the engine to cool off. Boop boop. It's SpongeBob. I know you want some. Hello. I'm headed to get 2 more jugs of coolant because we were totally empty, babe.
Completely empty.
Completely freaking empty. No smiles.
Thanks to a new radiator, we probably stayed cool enough. Well, I hope that it works. But if anything, it is definitely a temporary fix. Hopefully semi-permanent is what we're going for, semi-permanent. I would love if we could at least get to Austin on this semi-permanency so that we don't have any delays. We did not get insurance on our flight, so I'm really just hoping that we can make it there. But we went ahead and got some degreasing wipes, and we used the degreasing wipes to take off any kind of stuff that was on it so that it's a clean surface for our flex tape. And I think a very small amount of this will do. It says it can handle up to 200 degrees. We're going to test that theory. So just waiting for it to cool down a little bit more. I've already cleaned off with the degreaser wipes, and we're making a pizza for dinner, quick dinner.
We're sealed up. We're gonna take this for a drive. We're about an hour and a half away, and then if we smell something, we'll stop. If not, we'll check it when we get there and just see what it's looking like, if we're still leaking or if this is a semi-permanent solution. Let's hit the road. Things are not going well, you guys. There's coolant everywhere. We know at least one hose is busted, but it seems like the whole system's busted, because when the one hose was busted, even when our radiator was cracked, we could make it an hour drive. We can't make it more than 10 minutes without having to completely refill our tank. We've got 20 minutes left to get to a Walmart that has an auto zone where we can get some hoses to replace the one that we at least know of. We're just pulled over on the side of the road right now, the highway. We're gonna try to replace this one. That Walmart is 7 minutes away from a diesel mechanic who opens at 7 tomorrow. So if we can't figure it out, we can give him a call in the morning, and hopefully he can help replace our whole coolant system or figure out what's going on. I don't know, but things are not going well. So good thing we have 100 gallons of water.
I think we have 100 gallons of water.
We've now put in about 4 gallons of coolant and 12 gallons of water, and we are like 5-ish minutes out from the auto zone. So in total, 16 gallons of liquid to get an hour.
But we know where the spot is, and we know it's that hose. So
it's definitely that hose. It might be something additional. Jalen drove the past 20 minutes with the engine cover up, so I was able to use a flashlight and get in there and look while he was driving, and it's definitely that hose. Maybe something else, but at least definitely that hose, and we're gonna try to fix it at the AutoZone. We made it to AutoZone. What are you thinking, little miss? What are you thinking? Oh? We did have to stop again and refill, but we made it to AutoZone, and the Walmart is like 2 minutes up the road. So we're getting what we need. We're gonna go to Walmart so we know we can stay there for the night. We'll try to fix this hose and we'll see. Hopefully everything is okay.
Walmart.
Secured the hoses.
Alright, 2 miles. Let's get it, girl.
2 miles. We can do it. 4 minutes. We made it to the Walmart, and as soon as we pulled up, the parking lot is filled with no overnight parking signs, which is okay because there's a lot of people here that are being sketchy. So we're gonna try to replace this hose and then head to the Cracker Barrel that's 5 minutes up the road that says you can stay.
So we got this cable, this hose was clearly not the right one. Once I got back into the bus with it, once they clip it, you keep it, it's yours. So I went back in, and another $20 later got this hose, which I think is the exact hose that we needed. This one was a 1/4 inch, and it goes by the inner diameter, not the outer. This one was 3/8. It was just like literally a little bit too big, but I think this is the right one, and I got 5 feet of it, which I think is the exact measurement that I needed. We got a drip pan. I'm gonna disconnect the lower one, the lower side of the hose first, so that it can drain into there.
Although we realized it's just water.
Yeah, we've just been filling with water, so it doesn't really matter. But here we are at Walmart, and then once we fix it, we're gonna drive to Cracker Barrel because there's a lot of crackheads hanging out here, and so I want to get out of here as quickly as possible.
2 hose going on top end. Bottom end still draining out.
Bottom end's still draining out.
Said thanks for the coolant rinse. Appreciate it. Nom 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 nom.
I am so tired. This is not how I expected night 1 to go. It's 11 o'clock.
So close, babe.
And
Half one more.
let's hope day 3 of driving goes better.
New hose is on. Don't go looking for other shit.
We found something else, but we won't talk about it tonight.
2 more. 1 more water, 1 more concentrate.